as an aside, Ryan and I share the same lawyer, a guy named Steve Woloski. It's kind of an exclusive. I mean, I haven't really confirmed that publicly. He's like, yeah, without going into what I talk with my attorneys about, I had seen public stuff, and then I had, heard about GameStop. I heard about the movement, so it raised questions. And then I kind of did my own homework, and then I saw, like I said, who was representing Ryan Cohen.
Sure.
And I think very highly of that person. So this is not, in other words, this whole narrative that everybody tried to make about Ryan Cohen, in my opinion, was very much not the same, opinion that I came to, just based on who he was associating with himself. I mean, this is a guy who founded a business, grew a business, and, on top of it had, professional advisors like this attorney, for example, that I mentioned. And so,
awesome.
This is not a stupid guy. This is a smart guy. This is a real winner. And, I think that so much of the mainstream media and so much of what's wrong with our culture is that we don't talk to people anymore. And instead of, talking to people, or instead of, giving the alternative viewpoint, so often it just, it's just what the mainstream wants to jam down our throats. And I saw that was what was happening, in my opinion, with Ryan. We need more people on our team. And,
yes, sir.
The reality is, for whatever reason, some people see things differently. And so, we gotta try to educate them on what we're doing, and find common ground where we can. Because, when you talk about, you don't know what the enemy is, I mean, I'll tell you, the incentives for the enemy are incredibly powerful. I mean, in my opinion, you're talking about billions, if not trillions of dollars that is tied up in this thing. And so it's like, that's where I just shaking my head when I'm like, and I'm all for, that's why I asked the question, why is this guy selling shares? The Adam Aron guy. But it's like, to just dismiss anybody who supports AMC, and I guess this is where I was going, it's like, to me, that comes from an understanding, or a lack of understanding, about the incentives and the significant power of the incentives that the enemy has. I mean, it's like, we don't even know. But one thing we do know is it's at least billions or trillions of dollars. And with that kind of stuff, I mean, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of corruption. That's a lot of incentives that are working against us. So, it's like, that's why I, I'm not dismissive of the people not immediately dismissive of the people who support AMC.